We have to do the newspapers, but before we have to do so, though, we are getting some news from the wires that the Zebila Senior High School administration block seemed to have caught fire this very dawn. That's some few hours ago, and also involved 2 boarding houses, which have also been engulfed in the blaze. And so far, efforts are being made to make sure that we get you the best update as far as this is concerned, because our correspondent Albert Sorry is up there and is trying to get us the latest as far as this is concerned. Again, let me just run this by you. The Zebila Senior High School administration blog, as well as 2 boarding houses or structures, seem to have been engulfed in a rage of fire. And so we're getting the latest updates. Our correspondent very soon will give us that. And it's in the person of Albert Sorry. Okay, so what do you have on the front page?
Yeah, it's a very sad story about 2 KNUST students, and it's in the Daily Graphic newspaper. 2 students dying. They were involved in an accident. They went to church. They were going back to campus, and then this accident occurred. Apparently, their car hit a tree, skidded off the road, and then hit a tree. And then the female students, so these were 2, a lady and then a man. The lady died on the spot. The guy was pronounced dead when they got to the hospital. Really, really, really very sad story there. Also, 68-year-old woman killed at Alavanyo. And Valerie Sawyer, Kwesi Korte get new appointment. We shared details of that with you in our news. Let's scrutinize voters' register, says a governance expert. Comes with a picture of the EC boss, Dr. Kwejo Afari-Jan. Back page, some sports, and Oli defeats Liberty. Which one is Kensing playing for now? Is it Liberty? Yes. Okay, so they lost. Also, Fiamenyo Powers hearts to victory, and Duncan inspires Kotoko win. The man is in charge. I mean, he took over when, and he's already winning. It was 3-1 over Bichim United. Also, this was yesterday, and Ashgold maintained winning spree. Okay, Baba Tando will be here to tell us a lot more about the First Capital Plus League table, who is on top and who is behind on the very bottom of that table. But that's it for the Daily Graphic newspaper. Roland Walker.
Okay, so we have the next paper. It is the Ghanaian Times, and on the front page we have rice importers evade tax. Minister advises against lifting of ban on overland imports, and we'll show you that on the screen very soon, the slide. And also on the front page we have President makes new appointments. Ambassador Korte as Secretary to the President, and Dr. Valerie Sawyer as Senior Policy Advisor. Down there we have Amidou Gbavulate in War of Words. Very interesting as it's turning out. And I seem to love the lawyer Martin Amidou. Just sometimes he just gets in there and tries to also contribute as far as his own opinions are to whatever responses there are to his own earlier opinions posted not only on social media but also across the media space. Woman 70 gunned down at Alavanyo in the Volta region. Back page, Satellite beats Mali to win bronze, and Hearts Oli record wins, but Kotoko trashed Bichim, and we know that Coach Duncan had his first stint or first game as coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and he won 3-1. Remarkable. If the results start going down, then I'm sure the fans will be on his neck. But Queens, they also brushed aside their Zimbabwean counterparts over the weekend. They won 2-1 at the Accra Sports Stadium in the first leg qualifier to the All Africa Games.
Yeah, you're done?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do the chronicle, but I've got to ask you, Roland, would you report your wife to the police station should she beat you?
Sure.
You will?
I will, definitely.
Okay, all right.
I'll give her a slap first.
Okay, well, the good news, I think is good news, because we're told in the chronicle that 508 men report wives to Dovsu for beating them. This mainly in the northern region.
Sometimes they feel it's only about beating. Sometimes emotionally even insulting the man and all that. It's traumatizing.
Okay, that's a bit okay. But this one is beating. This is specific.
Oh,
So, according to the latest statistics released by the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Units of the Ghana Police Service in Tamale, there's an increase in the number of men now coming out boldly to report their abusive wives to the units in the northern region. I wonder what happened to such women. Okay, so you can read a lot more details as put together by Edmond Jibi in Tamale in the Chronicle
But we should
newspaper.
conclude that a lot more men
Beats women, exactly.
than
They
so.
abuse women in different forms. Also on the front page of the Chronicle, murdered amputee goes home, and there are pictures of big men on the front page, the IGP, the Rear Admiral Matthew Koshi, and Mr. Makoyengo, the Interior Minister, also Minister for Defense, Dr. Benjamin Kumbo. The story also says handless soldiers go scot-free. So this is essentially highlighting a story serialized in the Chronicle newspaper some days back about this amputee who was grabbed from his room under his bed, beating and then shot dead, and nothing has been done about it. Back page of the Chronicle now, Duncan Magic lights up Kotoko. And hold on to the praises. Let's see if he wins 3 consecutive games, and then you can start showering so that you not be too hard on him. All Africa Games qualifying match, Black Queens beats Zimbabwe. And I've got to say, Roland, we want to say congratulations to Nigeria. They're under 20. They won that Africa Youth Championship, and we're told that they were the strongest, or they were the most prepared, or they were hard, or that kind of thing. They were really good, so they definitely deserve it. We want to say congratulations to all our Nigerian friends. You deserve it.
doesn't come often, so when it comes, you have to take it in. Front page of the Daily Guide has a story. 3 personalities involved, I'm sure. I'm ready to die. Amidu Japs Bavlo. And we have Sakofi Boachi, NDC tells Bahama, man beheads auntie, and look at his face there. He's been grabbed. Salia Yakubu apparently beheaded his auntie's face. But on the center spread, we have the GN Awards, and Ghanaian celebrities shine. You have Shatawale celebrating his award. And Shatawale. I'm sure that's where he performed the night, because it's on YouTube.
Yeah, he performed
live. I hear with a band.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear that was the first time.
But did you watch it? Because some people said he didn't do well with the band. That was his first time with the band, but didn't he rehearse?
I watch with my normal phone on YouTube.
Yeah, but why are you making your voice like that? I watch with.
I want to be like Shatta Wale. Shut up. And all I could hear was, hey, get up. Then the rest I couldn't hear. I mean, beats my mind when they talk about Patwa. But Samini I can hear very well, because he's always speaking for me to hear. Even though sometimes, of course,
you're bringing that rivalry thing. That's why I said that. Listen, don't even compare Shatta to Samini. I mean, don't.
Hey, Shatta.
Don't. They are not the same. Don't.
You say you get money, plenty money.
Let me do the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder. Industry needs 1 billion Ghana cedis as stimulus package to save jobs. That's what the AGI is saying. A bit of it on page 2 for you in the Finder. It says that the Association of Ghana Industries has made a passionate appeal to government to establish at least a 1 billion Ghana cedis stimulus package as a short-term measure to save industries from total collapse.
Because a lot of people have been asked to go home. And you know where I grew up? I grew up in Ashama. Many of my friends work in the industries in Tema, etc. And many of them are home. They call me every day, and it's terrible. Yeah. It's a terrible sign to behold.
Because, the fact is that ECG has now become the backup power. And industries and all of us really are having to rely on generators as our main source of power. And that's nobody can deal with. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Now reminds me of the scenes when you get to Lagos, Nigeria, and because they have you go to every corner of Lagos and
but this is not good, because the manufacturing plants, the machines they use, sometimes the generators cannot even power, And if people are not consuming, I mean, it's a whole chain, It's a whole chain. If people are not consuming, then you cannot even manufacture a lot more. So you definitely have to lay down a lot of workers. For us in the media, we're also feeling the heats. People talking undertone about job cuts, and now you dare not talk about pay raise. It won't happen. I mean, you either walk or you stay in it like that. But there are other headlines on the front page of the Finder. Let me share them with you. KJTR terminal traders threaten naked demo, and I know one person who will say nobody should interfere. Let's see them do the naked demonstration. That person is right here in this house. Musician plots to kill producer for terminating his contract. Oh, really? Okay, I'll read the story and come and share it with you later. Docket on police recruitment scam goes to AG today. Would we see a speedy prosecution of this? We hope so, but we will not be surprised if it doesn't happen. That's it for the Finder.
Front page of the BNFT, the Business and Financial Times. CD4 rattles investors, red flag hoisted over deficit. And over the last week, industry witnessed, or the forex market witnessed, the downsliding of the CD again. As at close of Friday, was selling at 3.7, that is Ghana cedis. And that's as serious as it can get again the US dollar. And I believe the pound, as I checked over the weekend, was 5.5. Official sources. And so, well, on the black market, you can get it for 3.5. I'm not saying you should go to a black market, but I'm just telling you what the
I tell you what, sometimes the forest bureaus are better than the black markets.
Yeah, sure. You don't know where to go and get the right rates. I'll show you. I can't say it on air. I'll show you when we go off. I'll tell you. Government still owes BDCs big. Exporters fail to take advantage of the Africa Growth and Opportunities Act, that's AGOA. And back page, we have Region University WAEC adopted GT Pay, and other stories are up there. So we're done with the Business and Financial Times.
Okay, more business in the Economy Times right now. Front page, Moody's downgrades Ghana sovereign rating with negative outlook. Government to lift ban on public sector recruitment. Oh, that's a question. Says Finance Minister Setekwe has hinted government will lift the ban on the recruitment of employees in the public sector if the fortune of the country improves. Also, government seeks to raise some 440 million Ghana cedis through 5-year bond. Back page, Ghana plans 4th Eurobond issue, and banks' profits growth declines. 20 new investment proposals in power generation under consideration. Some of the headlines back and front page in the Economy Times.
Front page of the Ghanaian Observer, Kufuor backs Akufo-Addo for victory 2016, downs NDC rented prayers, CAF chokes under Doomsaw, Fitch affirms Ghana's negative outlook, and Bawumia speaks on Ghana's IMF bailout tomorrow. And I'll be looking out for that. I know it will be carried by 1 or 2 press houses tomorrow live. And he'll be speaking at the 4 Distinguished Speaker Series at the Central University College tomorrow, Tuesday, March 24, 2015. And I know that will be taking place at Mutual, the Mutual campus. And the public lecture will be held at the CUC's Mutual campus near Dowenya off the Accra-Aplawi Road on Central University College Distinguished Speaker Series platform. Okay.
That's all. You know, that's also become one of the forums that people look forward to, because you never know, and it makes huge headlines when they have speakers.
Especially since he started making those pronouncements back 2011.
Yeah,
it's been huge.
Let me do the Public Agenda newspaper. World Bank's conference on land and poverty is a sham, says CSOs, and EPA not in bed with companies, says the board chair. We reported on that issue last week extensively. Back page of the Public Agenda, 2022 FIFA World Cup to be played in November, December. Okay, that's it for the Public Agenda. You can grab the paper and read the details yourselves. Roland?
Yeah, we're looking at the last paper, the graphic sports, satellites grab bronze, and Juan Mata. He scored a fine goal against Liverpool, and the goal was just fantastic. I said, this guy is talented.
The second goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second was lovely. Yeah. It was lovely. Like effortless, as if it was so easy to do that.
Sometimes, you know, players just produce that moment of magic that makes you feel mesmerized and say, I wish I was a footballer.
And I think he should have taken the penalty.
Yeah,
they should have made him. take the penalty, not because Rooney lost, because he could have also taken it and
Oh, he would have
lost.
won because he was high on confidence.
But
yeah.
I wanted him to get the 3 goals, you know, that would have made it complete.
2 goals.
And take the
because
ball.
the other one was scored.
No, it was still Mata.
Okay, he scored the 2 goals?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I watched that game, man.
You did?
Yes.
Wow.
Definitely in detail. Okay, so that will be it for the newspapers, but we have to tell you what you should still expect on the show. So still to come here on our show today. Can lack of water stop you from making babies? We'll tell you the story of the women in Tandaburi. It's in the Upper West region. Interesting story.
Residents.
So the World marks Down Syndrome Awareness Day. Matilda Womaga has a feature on that we will share it with you as well.
Now we'll be looking at the subject of music piracy, and Deborah Vanessa's thoughts on nudity is on our lifestyle and entertainment segment. Deborah Vanessa. Yeah, and nudity.
On my banner, we'll look at the role of civil society organization in providing potable and safe drinking water as the people of Yepe continue to share river with animals. Also, Roland, you've got AM Talk.
Yes, and on AM Talk, we'll be having Abraham Amaliba and David Asante on our platform. We'll be discussing politics, but also looking at the subject of Lee Kuan Yew and how he seems to have influenced the world. And can we have a subject like him, a personality like him today in any democracy in the world? Can it happen? Well, we're not going to have the superpowers jumping on the neck of that very personality and say, well, aren't you allowing the press to be having all the freedoms as they can have?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it was an era in which he made sure opposition was clamped and the press didn't have all the criticism and the freedom to do all the criticism that as we have it in Ghana, etc. Because that in itself sometimes is detriment to development.
So you see, do we need, you know, that's why people still talk about, do we necessarily need democracy? Because it looks like sometimes we need
a democracy, but I think we need some form of restricted democracy as far as the freedoms are concerned. Because sometimes, for example, we're doing current expenditures and we're saying that they're not necessary. We're doing various infrastructural projects which are taking large chunks of money as far as what we spend, public expenditure is concerned. The point is we're going to need them. If we have continuous opposition to those expenditures, at the end of the day, we're not going to have the courage to put in place those infrastructure, but we're going to need it. The point is if the leader leaves, later we'll say, oh, Nkrumah built this. By the time when Nkrumah was building this,
there were opposition.
Huge opposition around that. He was spending money frivolously and it was not in tune with the best public financial expenditure patterns, so to speak.
But these are great leaders, aren't they?
They're supposed to be our great leaders. Yes, they are.
See?
But they always tend to be great when they are off. But this man has been touted to be great because he's been living all this while.
Yeah.
And so he's seen his own efforts blossom into successes. And, and that's
that is making me think twice now about our country and where we're headed. We hope that it will get you thinking as well.
Yeah, democracy is good, but democracy has got its shortfalls in that respect.
Definitely. Yes. All right, so we'll make way for Baba Tando. She's got all in sport. If you missed the Manchester United-Liverpool game, definitely excerpts of that. There was Real Madrid and Barcelona. Baba Tando is making all the noise. She can make all the noise that she wants to, but we will tell you.
Yeah, sure. So we'll bring you all the best packages as far as those are concerned. And why is everybody not talking about Chelsea? After all, we're leading the league. We're 6 points ahead.
Oh, whatever. Stay with us. It's the AM show. We're on till 9, you know it.
So all the updates right here.